Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you are wearing something red. You have a red cup or throw a red shirt on. I don't know. Do something red because we want to remember everyone deployed every Friday. We're grateful to everybody deployed and in this fight, keeping us all safe. I'll be back with Westwood. It's almost time for an alien invasion right after this. Cheers, Westwood. It is Friday.
It is Friday. Freitag. I'm sorry. That came too quickly.
You're good. There's I was wondering if this is the cutest thing I ever saw, and this is me when somebody suggests we have a drink.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. Oh, you're talking about that. Right.
Isn't this cute? So everyone, cheers, and is that not the cutest?
That does remind me of Litecoin and Lisa.
Woo!
Woo!
I feel good.
Yeah.
Oh my
Drink.
gosh.
Woo!
That just made my day. I thought it was so cute. I had to share with you guys. I may occasionally play that today. I don't know. Maybe I should play it every time I take a drink.
There we go. We were doing shots of whiskey before the show, just so you know.
Oh, Lord. Let's not do that.
Lisa says, no, I don't like whiskey.
No.
No.
So Cannon's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Cannon. I love you. He started a YouTube channel. He's 13. He's been waiting and waiting and waiting and begging me every year if he's old enough to start a YouTube channel.
No.
So he started one, and we had a little technical difficulty because if you have YouTube Kids set up on your phone, and I put so much security stuff on his phone that I can't undo it somehow.
What's done cannot be undone.
Yeah,
man.
Sorry,
Cannon.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Cannon. But I was able to start an account for him on YouTube. So, and it's what is it called? It's some Fortnite name.
Mr. Teen Crypto?
No, it's not Mr. Teen. He wanted to be a Fortnite name. Cannon Skull Trooper. And then I went in on the backside and turned off all these permissions and all this because I'm his mother and I can do that. You're minor.
Need to be monitored.
Yes.
You never know.
Yeah. He's told me he's not a child anymore because he's a teenager. I said, oh, really?
That's even better, right?
I said, so you're paying rent or you're going to get the heck out? What is your choice? Like, are you a child? And he's like, what? Oh, okay, I'll be a child. Yeah.
So. Yeah. I don't want to adult anymore. That's enough.
Yeah.
No more.
2 seconds of adulting and he was over it. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel the pain. I'm with him. I don't want to be an adult. I want to be a big kid.
Yeah. I had my accountant harassing me today, or not today, yesterday. They're like, you really have to file. And I was like, I really don't want to. And I really think the world's going to end and I won't have to. So I'm really just avoiding.
I'm hoping for it.
And they're like, you really, like, you have to. And I was like,
do I really?
He's like, most likely you'll get money back. You didn't make anything.
It's an earned income.
And I've had people steal from me.
It's like I got all these losses.
I got all lawsuits and people
stealing from me. I got a lot of crypto losses. I got losses here. I got losses everywhere.
And so I'm like, you're fine. So criminals everywhere. It's unjust system.
That's the truth.
That's the truth. I want to show my shirt that your beautiful wife got me and your daughter got me. So I was trying to not move my
I got my old ratty Litecoin shirt in celebration of the 12th birthday of Litecoin.
The newest shirt you own.
It probably is. It's an old ratty shirt. So process that.
Yeah.
It's the nicest shirt I have. What are you talking about? Come on.
No, what's that one? Oh
Got a
God.
hole in it.
You keep
There's a
it
hole
in the
somewhere. Here,
under
look.
the seat of the
Look.
Digi
There's a
scooter.
hole right there. Little hole in it.
Oh, now it's a fit. It's a holy shirt. Yeah,
It's holy. It's amen. Holy.
that's what he
What do you
wears.
mean under the Digi?
You
Oh, I
keep
do have some
one
shirts in there.
shirt under
I got
the seat of the Digi
There's
scooter,
always one in there. Yeah.
and it's
Never
like
know.
a sacred shirt for the Digi scooter for photo ops.
I've got the one tank top that I have left. I used to have 2 of those yellow tank tops. I got one left, and it's like cheesecloth. It's so. I'll took it. I had it on last night, and I took it off. And as I took it off, it just started ripping a little bit. Ah! Be gentle. It's like the Shroud of Turin. Don't rip it up.
Oh my gosh.
Tattered glory, baby.
We're gonna when I come up for my birthday later this month. We're gonna go to Goodwill. I'm gonna buy you a brand new tank top.
I got new tank tops. That's not the point. I
You
just
won't
don't
wear
them. I like that one.
I know.
I like what
You're
I
like
like.
that with flip flops.
Exactly. They're comfortable. They're broken in. I like it.
Oh my gosh, you're such a mess.
I've got new clothes. I got new jeans in there. I'm just like,
jeans. Wow.
Yeah, I have jeans. Yeah. Rarely I wear them. I wear them to like meetups and stuff sometimes.
Official. Yeah.
Yeah. When
you're going to town.
My fancy pants,
Yes.
Wearing jeans.
What the town does.
Yeah, going to town. I'm going to town today. I'm gonna put my jeans on and my shoes, slip-on shoes, not my flip-flops.
Your tie-up, your lace-up shoes.
Lace-ups. I don't have any of those. Well, I do, but they're work shoes. But I don't like to work, so I like the slip-ons.
Yes, the fuzzy slippers. All right. So what's going on? They're locking down France.
Are they? Palestinian protests.
Macron made an emergency.
Macron.
Declaration. All these tyrants all over the world.
I do declare.
Declarations. I do declare it's a day of jihadist violence, so we must lock everyone in their home.
Yeah.
How about all the good people go out and have more good people out there than bad people? Like, what's wrong? Why are we hiding from bad people? No. We're more than bad people.
I'm firearm safety in schools. It needs to be taught. Then we don't have this problem.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about it. Everybody's a decent person at that point.
The word firearm is actually a weaponization of language against guns.
I'll say
it's just arms.
Arms.
To bear arms, that's constitutional. Right. It is an extension of my arm in a way that I protect myself and my home, my family, my loved ones. Right. They added the word fire to weaponize guns. When you realize how much of this is
all
legalese, language, all their dirty little mouths with these changing the words of things to trick people.
Pretty much get you talking a certain way. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, you're not talking about what you think you're talking about. You're talking about something else. Mm-hmm.
I have so many thoughts in my head right now that I'm trying to not be
Deep
angry.
breath.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I loved your video on, was it Thursday or Wednesday?
I don't know which
really focusing everybody back on America and quit doing this whole, we stand with Israel. Ugh. And who was it that made this statement and said, I don't stand with Israel. I also don't stand with Hamas. I don't stand with Ukraine. I don't stand with Russia.
That was kind of the sentiment of my video, but I think I see a lot of people saying that, whereas before it was taboo. But now it's, because here's the thing, it's language again. They throw that, if you don't stand with Israel, then you're an anti-Semite racist, you're a Nazi, and that's how they paint it. And I'm glad that people are finally waking up and realizing, you don't have to side with somebody at all costs, because not every
battle is
yours. No government. Yeah, no government's just. So if you're siding with the government, that's what you're siding with. So siding with the people, innocent people, is one thing, and protecting them. But siding with a government, you're siding with corruption because they're all innately corrupt at some level. So stop doing that.
And most likely have back deals, and it's all about contracts and
it's all
paying off their budget.
Scam.
Yeah, and we the people pay for all of it.
Yeah, we do.
And when I say we the people, I'm not just talking about Americans. I'm talking about the people of Israel, the people of Ukraine, the people of Russia. the people of
Wherever.
Yes, all of
Well,
the
Palestine's not a country, though.
Well, eBay would disagree. I had the most difficult time listing. I had this little Olivewood Holy Family thing I was trying to list, and it was like origin, and I wrote Bethlehem, and they're like, not an option. I was like, Jerusalem,
But it's frankincense. I'm trying to send frankincense.
not an option. Yeah, not an option. And they were like, I think they said they ended up calling it the territories of Palestine. Was the only like option.
Really?
The territories of Palestine.
Territories. Okay.
I don't even think that's accurate, but okay.
According to eBay, it is.
Yeah. There was another thing that there's been new and more of this word salad kind of bullshit. This video is not for children. It's happy hour. We're at the bar.
That's it. We're at the bar.
Get out if you're underage.
You're bringing your kids to the bar. You're the problem.
Shame on you. You're the problem.
You're the problem.
Because I've just had enough. I'm over it. But this word salad thing, what was the other word salad thing that happened? It had to do with, there's been several now that I think of it. Is it virtual currency? Is it digital assets? Is it digital currency? Are US dollars digital currency? Is cryptocurrency a digital asset, or are US dollars that are now on FedNow a digital asset? So did you, when you fill out your little form, move, I can't remember the wording.
Yeah, buy
virtual currencies. I was like, well,
that's like everything.
Are we going to have a conversation about this? Because
the Fed's a virtual currency.
Right.
Kind of. Federal Reserve note.
It is. It's in trust. It's a faith note. So that's pretty virtual.
Pretty virtual.
I mean, I'm trying to teach my son grammar of what's the difference between concrete and abstract nouns. And he had this conversation. Well, first he wanted to talk about Jesus. That was the whole thing. I was like, well, it depends if you're talking about when he was physically here on earth, or, when he's with us, all this, how people look at it. But then he wanted to apply it to money. And I was like, oh, this is going to get really difficult.
Yeah, it does.
Concrete and abstract money. I'm like, so we might have to homeschool the Fed or Congress. I'm not really sure, but
yeah, that's a tough one.
Frustrated with all of it. Yeah, I'm about up to here.
Had it up to
here. I think I need a drink. Okay, I feel better.
No. Actual footage of the lovely Litecoin Lisa when she was younger.
As a child.
Yep.
My bangs are awesome.
She bangs.
All the time.
Gotta watch it. Gotta watch the singing. We get everything demonetized and banned, and that'll be the end of it.
Whatever. No one's making any money anyway.
I know. It's like,
even if you do make money, that was another little. Kenan was sending me all these. That's where I found some of these. He was sending, he's like sending me videos. And I put this on my YouTube. I'll put this. And so he's sending me this stuff that he's finding on kids' YouTube or on the big. Now he's on the big YouTube, So he's sending me these things that he thinks is hilarious. And
it's like my daughter.
Yes. And I'm like, oh no. And there was one where this little kid was like reading a homeschool thing, and he said, and it says, Jaden has $1, 2 quarters, and a dime. How much money does Jaden have? And the little kid goes, Jaden's broke.
Yeah, I know. I was like, Jaden broke. I'm like, yeah, pretty okay.
Yeah.
You got nothing.
Jaden's got nothing. Even if Jaden's got $100, Jaden's broke. You go to lunch, it costs $40 for 2 people anymore.
Oh, it's unreal.
That's wrong.
There's a the local news show. They have a segment called You Gotta Eat. And so they go to different restaurants around here and review them. You can go look at it on their website. They have all the videos, but they had one last night. It was in Bloomington Normal. And so I'll go and check out the menu and see what they have, because
right next to Bloomington, not normal.
It's not normal. Wilmington.
Or the new
So
normal.
abnormal and normal. And
Abnormal.
so there's the restaurant there, and I looked at the menu and I'm like, okay, so for parties of 6 or more, they add the 18% gratuity surcharge for just 6 people. And I'm thinking, you go
What?
here. Oh yeah. So
That's
you go there.
like theft.
I mean, you go there and you think about it though, you're paying, it's like $15 for, I'm like, oh, that looks good for this dinner thing. $15.
But when
And
did
so add
when did
18%.
tipping become 15%?
And then add 10% to the food tax that they charge. Like the restaurant tax is an additional 10%. So you're paying like 30% out of the door for on top of the meal.
Without it being your choice for getting good service or whatever.
Yeah. It's just
Which,
add
okay,
to 6 or more. It used to be like 15 or more, or 12 or more. Now
in
6.
a lot of countries,
They don't have it.
they don't have tipping.
Nope.
This
In
is
Europe.
a specifically like American thing, and it's weird, and it's a way for employers to not have to pay their employees
Exactly.
as much, and
You pay
it's
them.
also like some, I don't know, it's something that needs to probably change. Like I waited tables through college, or the majority of my college.
Yep, my daughter does too when she's home.
Yeah, and it's cool to get cash and all that kind of stuff. There's different opportunities, different ways to look at it. But at the same time, it's like, should that restaurant owner be, if you are really going to pay it, if it is assumed that it is part of the meal, then why is it not being,
it
like,
should
if it's
be
a legit cost, then why isn't it being put on the bill or whatever? Why isn't it being paid by the business? And then the business hold their people accountable by, like, you know, performance or whatever.
No, I get it. No, you're right though, because I spent like a couple of weeks in Austria at the like 98, I think it was, and over there there was no tip. I mean, it was like everything's built in, no tax, nothing. Everything's built in. It is what it is. It's not even expected that you tipped. I mean, it was just like an above and beyond thing. Like, oh my gosh, But no,
So
it
there
wasn't
may
expected.
be
It was all built in.
a flat
$5.
tax,
It's $5.
but it was built into the end price.
Yeah.
So that's what, like, my governor is trying to talk about. Like, there's the Indian nation, one of the Indian nations is pushing back and saying, like, no Native Americans should be paying any state taxes. And he's like, well, if that's true, then no one should pay state taxes.
I agree.
And I'm like, well,
I agree with that.
Okay, no income tax. That sounds like a great idea. And then we go to the flat tax thing. And like, I posted the Great Awakening map as the thumbnail for this video. And I haven't looked at it in a long time. But right next, the Great Awakening is one of the biggest things. And right above it is the solar flare, which I still think is a possibility. And whether it's blamed on a solar flare or it actually is a solar flare.
I mean, they can make it look like a solar flare. How do we know?
It might look like one, but it might be the reason or the way that they take out the money system. So I don't know.
We got the Ring of Fire tomorrow.
What's
the
that?
big eclipse. You're going to see a big part of it. Go look at the map. Pull up the map of October 14th eclipse, solar eclipse.
I do have a map of this,
and you're going to see quite a bit of it.
I think I took it from Jean-Claude's channel. And I posted it in Telegram, I think.
You're going to have the sun, and you're going to have the moon, which is slightly smaller in front of it. So you're going to see the outer edge of the sun, and it'll look like a ring of fire with a black hole and a ring of fire if you get 100% eclipse where you're at. Here it's like 55%.
Okay.
I think where you're at, it's going to be closer. Pictures. In Texas, you'll get 100%. You'll see the ring of fire over Texas, baby.
Well, I might be in Texas tomorrow.
Well, you might see it.
Stop screen. Here it is. Is this what you are talking about? Right, yeah.
Maybe. That's it, I think.
Yeah. Annual solar eclipse, October 14th.
Yep, that's the path.
That's the path.
Tomorrow. It's like around noon or something.
Oh, it's way down though. It's in like San Antonio.
Okay.
I would only be in like Dallas-ish area.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what you're going to see tomorrow. This big ring of fire in the sky. If it's not cloudy, it's cloudy here, so doesn't matter.
Dang.
Portents in the heavens. The end is near. What are we going to do? Woo.
Okay, I feel better. Lord.
All right, everything's good.
The end is near. We've all been
The end of-
waiting for
The
it.
end of my
right?
first can is near. The second can is going to be near soon.
What you drinking, Westwood?
What am I drinking? I'm drinking some Voodoo. I picked it up at the local store. Voodoo Ranger Juice Force
Oh,
IPA.
hoppy
The
beer.
Juice Force. I don't know. It had 9.5% alcohol in a 6-pack, and it was $9. So I thought, I felt like drinking some beer. So the Bud Light section. I mean, usually it was a big section. There's like one refrigerated case, and it's on the lower shelf. Hardly any in there.
They're discriminating.
There's more Busch Light in there. I mean, which is still Anheuser-Busch, than there is Bud Light.
People
Miller
are so
Lite's
uneducated about beer.
Modelo. That's huge now. Well, Anheuser-Busch owns it, so it's like
Anheuser-Busch owns it.
So it's like
You're still drinking from the wrong fountain.
I know. You're like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, brother? Just have a drink or something.
Right. Again, drink it up. Drink it up. Oh my gosh. Reggie had some great news this week.
What was it?
The patent office denied Coinbase's claim and shot it down. And anyway, it was really good news. So said like it doesn't have a leg to stand on, and that basically Reggie's patents are pretty damn
rock solid.
Yeah, pretty rock solid. So that was great, great.
Well, it's good timing as they pull the rug on everything, and pull the pin, and everything starts falling. You're going to need some veracity, some truth and honesty going forward.
Yeah. If there was only more Veritas in the world.
In vino veritas, so we can start drinking wine and we'll start talking.
That's Harvard's
is that what theirs is?
Motto.
Is it? No. It can't be, because that means there's truth in wine. Vino.
In blood or something like that.
Must be different. Look up the Harvard slogan, someone, and drop it in the chat. That's the saying here in Vino Veritas at Westwood. Whiskey Veritas. Bourbon Veritas. Scotch Veritas.
In all things Veritas.
Yeah. Westwood get fired up drinking too much scotch.
Yes, Dave. Hey, you guys had a great video. Johnny and I did a really short video yesterday, and then jumped over to Hash It Out over on Blind Dave Crypto's channel. And Josiah was over there, which I kind of remembered him, but it's been a while since that whole blow up or whatever.
Yeah.
But you guys were like, oh my gosh, Dave is so crazy smart. If people do not know, if you have technical,
I just shut up sometimes. I'm like, believe it or not, I'm like,
it's hard for me to shut up, but when I'm around Dave, I also shut up.
Just let him talk.
Let him talk, because he's pretty brilliant, and he starts talking about the hash rate and the I don't even know what the hell he's saying. I'm like
hash rate go up.
Look on my face.
That's a good thing. Okay.
Yeah. He makes you look stupid. You're like, I don't know. Yeah, he's awesome. And Javi was on there kicking in, and Steak has so much great information.
Steak is just like a knowledge absorber, like a sponge. He just can't get enough information.
Great
he's got
question.
The European perspective.
Yes.
So it's and then Josiah, he's just sharp. I mean, he's just very, very intelligent. You can tell the way his mind works. I'm slow, but it takes me time to think.
But he's out of crypto.
He's out of crypto. He's got
He said it's not the time.
Nope.
Put it away if you still have. I mean, this is kind of the message I got, is like, if you have it, put it away, because it's not the time. And that's what we've been kind of saying, is like, that's future money. Like, we're going through this chaos, the destruction, the near death of America, whatever, the world reserve currency, which some people disagree. We can all get into the
it's being destroyed. I mean, we can all tell. Went to the store today. Trust me, it's being destroyed. No doubt about it.
Yeah. And we can all get into the word salad of which dollar you're talking about, and all note and whatever.
That thing you get your Social Security in, that's getting destroyed. That thing. Your paycheck, that's getting destroyed. That dollar, that Fed note.
Every time anything coming in is not buying the same things that you need to feed your family and take care of yourself and all the things. But it was really interesting listening to you guys talk about it, and you had some really great points as well. And so I don't know, I was watching that last night, and Good stuff.
I don't know what the points I would have made, but I just
Oh, come on.
get off on my tangents.
You have a lot of great information. Oh,
Forgotten most of it,
just
though. That's the
delivered
problem.
my-
The recall. I need
my
total
own.
recall.
I have things coming for my birthday party. I think they just delivered them. I got a notification.
Oh. Should be exciting.
Yes, and look, I have like my little package over here. I've got some of the stuff.
Oh,
I have
what's that?
2 more things out in the garage. I have a big giant thing and then a little small thing also coming to Westwoods. But these
You got a
are
whiskey gnome that I can put in the yard?
no,
No,
I'm not
the
bringing the
whiskey
gnome.
gnomes?
I have a giant. Should I tell you what it is?
No, don't just surprise me. Just surprise me.
I'm terrible at surprises. I love to tell everybody what I got.
Well, then just be you then. Trust yourself.
Yeah. These are from silver from other people. One's from Benny, one's from Thorand for you.
Oh, I can't
Your
wait.
silver.
I know. I keep seeing it, and they're like, "Hey, did you get it?" I'm like, "Yeah, but no. I know Lisa's got it, and I've seen it, but I don't have it in my hand."
I have it all put together in your cup. And then I have my cigar. That's mine that Thorand gave me.
That I'm going to smoke with you.
We'll smoke it up.
There you go. You heard it here, folks. Live on Happy Hour next week. We'll smoke
And
it
then
up.
I found this for Dave a long time ago. A little Boy Scout tie clip and a patrol leader handbook. So I can't wait. I'm going to bring him that. But then
This is like grade school, right? To where it's your birthday and you bring treats.
Yeah. I love to give people gifts. So when I was little, my mom used to just laugh at me. And my daughter Carly is the same way. But like at Christmas, I would get money and I just wanted to go shopping and buy my siblings gifts. And so I would spend up to my very last dime. If I couldn't buy everybody something, then like I would buy like one time I bought like this Crayola thing of whatever markers and crayons and whatever because it was for all the kids.
Like a big package of drawing.
I want to spend all my money buying everyone presents.
Well, that's very awesome of you.
Yeah,
You're a giver.
I love buying people stuff. Yeah, I'm looking for gifts for people, so it's fun. And I have the picture over there, which I didn't buy it. He's buying it, but Viva Flav.
Picture.
I have his picture. His ice speed skating. He said he's coming too. So
Iced speed skating.
Ice. Is that what you call it? Ice speed skating? Is there
well,
only one?
Well, it's kind of redundant. Speed skate, you got to be on ice, right? Unless you're like
No.
speed roller skating.
Yeah.
Yeah, speed skate. I don't. Now it sounds so weird. When you say something, it doesn't make sense. Speed skate. Speed skate. Speed skate.
I don't know.
I have no idea what you're even talking about right now. Kind of like last week. I really don't even know what's happening.
I don't know. Let's have a drink.
What are we going to do? I feel good.
That's a good thing to do. Okay. Yeah, I'm finally trying to come out of this cold. So this is like one of the first.
What's the temperature there now for you guys? And
It's
gals?
beautiful here.
Is it?
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
super nice. I actually was
60
outside
rainy
with
here.
puppies and hanging out. I had my feet up on the little coffee table and I was getting sunshine. And Charlie's like, it's like 3:50. You need to go inside. I was like, oh, okay.
I know. I'm like, okay, I didn't get a notification.
It's
I
69.
guess we're not having a 69. That's a good temperature.
It's nice.
I'm comfortable around 65 to 70. That's where I like it.
That's too cold.
It's 65, 70, and sunny. That's
I
enough
like
for me. I'm good.
74-ish.
Sunny and 65 for the Sasquatch in Illinois. Been watching a lot of Sasquatch videos lately. There's all kinds of interviews with people. I found a good Sasquatch theory. It's a good YouTube channel. Oh my goodness!
I ordered those? Oh God, I thought I ordered them. So sometimes
What are
I
you looking
order
at?
things
Is
late
there
at
Squatch
night.
in the room? What's happening?
My husband just came in
Oh.
with something, and I thought I ordered it late at night, but he ordered it. Come here, babe.
You're like, did I have too much?
Magador. Guess what we're
Magador,
wearing?
come on, man. Look
Westwood's.
at that thing.
And of course, he bought matching ones because he's so
I love it.
cheesy.
Magador.
It's cold.
Oh my Lord.
There's a little hood on it.
Oh, for the bonfire. Hold on.
Oh,
Wait.
what you got? What you got? What you got, girl?
Hold on. Let me put it on like a
That thing's
fire
huge.
blanket. I could be like David Nino Rodriguez.
Yeah, exactly. Walk into the fire pit.
What's that?
Love it. You know what's going to
time.
happen? Somebody's going to have too much whiskey, and they're going to act like a bull, and you're going to be going like this.
I'll be ready. I'll be them. But if they mess up my blanket, I'll be really mad.
Oh, that's it.
I
It's
love
over
it.
then.
Thanks, babe.
I can so
memories.
see you in that, all snuggled up like, oh.
Oh
Then
yeah.
you'll say, you got that Westwood sweatshirt I can wear too?
Oh, that's why you like it, because I won't run off with more of your sweatshirts and
I know, right?
hats.
See, that's why I have to wear all these holy clothes, because Lisa takes all my gear. Runs off to
Only what
Oklahoma
your
with
wife
it.
gives me.
I know she does. She's like, I'll take it. Here, we'll get one.
Yeah, she's like, it's fine. I'll get him another.
I'll make another one.
Yeah, she's so great.
I'm like, whatever.
Man,
good times. I mean, we are in the midst of a collapse. I mean,
I
here we
know.
are. We were born for this moment. We
It's
chose to come
happening.
back to watch all this and participate. I mean, what a better time to be alive? What's a better time to be alive than now?
I don't know.
Watching the
When Jesus
implosion of
was
the new
here,
Roman
I think it
Empire.
would be fun.
I don't know. There's a lot of chaos going on there. There was a lot
Well,
going on.
what the heck do you think's happening now?
I know. The world
Also,
needs a lot of Jesus.
like when the United States was being founded the first time, we think originally, like that would have been fun to be alive then.
I'd like to go back to like a Gobekli Techie era. You know, like what is it, 6,000 BC or something, or 12,000 BC, I think it was. You know, when you got all these ancient sites that Graham Hancock talks about. You know, all these.
Yeah.
You know, go way back to that. Nobody was
The ones
advanced
that
back
they
then.
like buried. To
Yeah,
protect
all
them.
that ancient knowledge they had, and you know, and you start uncovering. You're like, wait a minute, they kind of knew all the cycles and all this stuff, and where'd they get that information from? What kind of society
And those
was that?
weird mounds where they could like read the stars with them, or they would
Yeah.
use them for moon cycles
Right.
or whatever. Yeah.
And now we go on the website and say, is there going to be an eclipse tomorrow? Where's it going to be? You know, and then they had all this stuff
Yeah.
built, all this energy to predict that stuff and at least chart that stuff. And I don't know.
So
be kind of a
today's
neat
Friday
time.
the 13th, right?
Yes, it's Friday the 13th. It's Litecoin's been running for 12 years nonstop. Today,
Oh,
2011,
well, happy
October
birthday.
13th. 12 years uninterrupted, longest running uninterrupted blockchain ever. Sound money for the digital age. Litecoin. Right
Okay,
there.
Johnny said Bitcoin was yesterday, and I was like, I think it got interrupted.
No, the Bitcoin white paper. What? What's he talking about? I didn't see the show yet.
But didn't Bitcoin have a hiccup?
2.
Yeah. So Litecoin is the longest running
The
uninterrupted.
longest running uninterrupted blockchain. It's the only blockchain. Well, I shouldn't say it's the only blockchain that's been running since inception, because Digibyte is. You know, there's others, I'm sure.
Yeah,
But
Digibyte's a great one too.
for 12 years though, nonstop. I
Yeah.
mean, what bank do you know that's been running nonstop with the same name, you know, and open 24/7 for 12 years straight? None.
I just found another thing that I thought I was going to bring you, and I forgot.
Well, are you like renting a RV to bring all this stuff?
No.
Oh.
I do. I would love
You're
to
buy
have
the
one.
RV.
One of
Buy
these
the
days.
RV.
Look at this little shot glass. Jim
Oh.
Beam.
I'll take a Jim Beam shot out of that.
Yep. I'll
I'll do
put
it.
in there. Building my little treasures for you.
Oh,
Now I got to take it off my store.
because I'm committed. That's it.
Yes. I can.
Somebody buy it now, right now.
No, don't do that.
Aha.
Because then I have to go find another one.
Aha.
But yeah. How crazy. So Bitcoin's birthday is the 31st.
Well, yeah, because the white paper came out, and I've got a copy of it, or the first page.
I know. I
right
love
here.
that copy of it.
Yes. But Bitcoin, the white paper came out in 2008, October 31st, Halloween. That's when it was announced and rolled out that, hey, this peer-to-peer electronic currency, this digital cash that we can send peer-to-peer from person to person anywhere in the world, outside of a financial institution, outside of a government. That would be kind of a cool thing, wouldn't it? Especially in the midst of a whole crashing economy, which we had back then, housing crashes, bailouts, all that stuff. Imagine the power that we have at our fingertips and we don't even use. And we're looking at the mainstream. We're looking at banks to tell us what's going to happen next. No, you've already got money that you can use and hold in your own possession outside of the vampire casino. If you're not doing it,
You know that saying, the military is the only way?
Yeah.
Think about what you just said, like that our money should not be held or controlled by a government.
Correct. Because it's not real money
And
then. It's not sound money then.
because it's not sound money and
Nope.
it's not decentralized. And it's not
Nope.
of we, the people, by the people.
Nope.
But the military takes an oath. If you meet military people, like they are not allowed to say they like Trump or they're a Republican.
They have to be
when they're wearing their uniform,
apolitical.
yes, they cannot be political, all this. So if we were to have our money protected or managed by the military, that could be another way of the military is the only way.
It could be.
Because fix the money, fix the
all the
problem.
problems. Fix most of the problems at that point.
Yeah. Fix the
Because
money.
that restrains all the evil at that point.
Get rid of all the corruption and
Mhm.
darkness. And, they've been doing this, all the SBF stuff. I mean, God, this week, I just want to just.
The pictures, though. The pictures.
Oh, the
Caroline.
pictures. Oh. These inbred, I don't know what is the
Families.
DNA.
It's the
Something's
families.
wrong.
And that's what it is. I mean, it's the family influence, and then you see what they've been doing, the testimony anyway, what they've been doing of buying these people off, bribing Chinese, bribing politicians. I mean, fixing the price of Bitcoin. I mean, all
They
this
said
stuff.
that, it came out in the hearing this week that they were selling Bitcoin privately to suppress the price of Bitcoin to under 20 grand.
Trying to pay off Saudi Arabia. I mean, getting investments from Saudi Arabia. I mean, it's just so corrupted. I'm like, okay, these people.
And we know all these Congress people were shaking hands and making deals.
Sure they
and
were.
having meetings.
That's what all these wars are about. And this is just another front by their three-letter agencies to bilk people and, go to the washing
But
machine.
when I sell more than $600 on eBay, for God's sake, they're going to send me a letter and I have to submit my social security number. Where's Nancy
Absolutely.
Pelosi's more than $600 income?
Well, she's in a different strata.
Whatever. I'm so tired of it.
It's pretty messed up.
Tired of it.
Hey, we don't have a Speaker of the House, and I don't know if we're going to have a Speaker of the House, honestly.
What are your thoughts? Trump, Carrie Lake?
The thing is, I mean, I don't have a problem with the gridlock because, they can't really raise any new bills and spend any more new money.
As long as it's
right. And that's the big thing right now. They're talking about, we've got everything's falling apart in the Middle East, Israel, we have to be able to address this issue. And it's like, no, we don't. It's not our problem.
Nothing's changed. Go home.
Yeah.
Marjorie Taylor Greene said, if they're not gonna, how did she say it? Something about like get in there and vote for this one person. And if not, just send us all home. And I was like, even she knows they're worthless. Like,
Yeah,
just
just a
send them
waste of
all
time.
home. You do
Waste of
nothing
time.
for the people.
Exactly.
Send them
And
home.
people are like, everything will shut down then. And it's like, no.
Everything, nothing will shut down.
Everything that you do locally will start to become more important then because
Yes.
you're not focused on that BS because that's all it is BS. The only thing the government does at this point is essentially hand out bribes and hand out,
Yep.
pick winners and losers with
Pay
the money
off
that they
to
force
their
us to
buddies.
use.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all
They
it is.
launder money. That's what they do.
Exactly. Maybe we'll start to actually figure out, well, you know what? If that money doesn't work very well, maybe we should start looking at what is real money and what is our real reward for our labor and our energy, and we start using other things.
Yep.
Like barter, like Bitcoin, like Litecoin, like silver, gold, accounts where you write it down and it's like, hey man, I'll do this for you, and they just pay me back later or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. You need to do that
Or just
handshake. Look in the eye.
community coming together. I think about
Exactly.
we
Fixing
had
things.
a tragedy in our family,
family, yep.
community this week, and we don't always all get along 100% and all the
we
things
don't all see it
like
the same way.
siblings, but
Right.
man, when something happens, everything
okay.
stops and we all come together for each other.
Yep.
And my brother came up and we were able to be a part of that, and I'm going to be there for them. And it's like everything stops and you just say, what can I do for you?
Yeah. What can I do to help?
Family.
What do we need to do to get through this? Because, it's life can be tragic, and it can be painful. It can be very tough to deal with. And it's like, you need somebody to kind of help you out. No man is an island. And, we can't just isolate ourselves like I try to do. But because you do need help. I mean, eventually you need help.
Well, and these socks that Uncle Cliff talked about.
Self-organizing collectives. Yes.
Yes. I thought about, early on, I thought, oh, it's going to be a thing you sign up for or you become, or it's a physical place or a sock. And now I'm like, they're just organically forming.
Because it's human nature to do that.
It's human nature to create find your tribe and love them hard and be there for each other.
And what have they tried to do, though? They've tried to interrupt that human nature through, we saw 3 years of trying to interrupt interaction. I mean, there's a reason for that, because they know the psychology of people. They know they've got all the think tanks. They've got all the research. They know how human beings work. And so what they try to do, not say they, because they're vampires and not human, they try to manipulate that and divide and conquer and keep us from interacting, keep us from solving problems, keep us from being human, because that's the natural instinct. It's like, hey, somebody falls down, you're like, oh, here, let me give you a hand. Instead of hitting the button, I've fallen, I can't get up, and waiting for a service. And it's like everybody just walks along, somebody else will handle it. It's like, no, that's not how we're built. That's not how we're geared. But they want to train us that way to where, this outside force is going to come in to help. This outside entity is going to fix it. And it's like, if somebody dumps garbage in my ditch, am I waiting for the county to pick it up? No. I'm going to go out there and pick it up and throw it away.
Sometimes somebody runs over a skunk right by your house.
Yeah.
And then you've got to go take care of that.
You take care of it, or in that case, sometimes the county needs to come out and fix it.
Yeah, sometimes you're like,
sometimes you do that.
That's bad.
But I mean, if somebody's in need, you help them out.
Yes.
I mean, open the door. Like today, I was walking into the local gas station, and as I see her, it's raining out, and I see this little gal walking. I say little girl, it's small.
Oh, it's okay. I call Big Joshy Lake a kid. And he's 7 feet tall.
And so, I'm like, I hold the door open and wait. She says, oh, thank you. And so, when I walk out with the 2 boxes of pizza, like I do every Friday, I get for my daughter, and we have pizza before I go on, we'll shove it down.
Aww.
And I'm carrying it out, and she's trying to push the door open. I'm like, it's okay. So I tried.
Bless her little heart.
I know. I said, it's all good.
How sweet.
Yeah. And it's just like,
a little kindness goes a long way.
That one action. And she's like, oh, I want to help him now. And I mean, it's contagious. I mean, it's the butterfly effect. It's putting out good energy, the boomerang. It's when you do that, it just changes things. And we all know that. We've all experienced that. But when you put out bad things, you put out negative thoughts, and and then that's what they try to do to us. And it's like, no, stop. Not doing that anymore. Yeah. We're going to be good. We're going to be positive. We're going to be who we are. F you, vampires.
That's another great little video. Cannon sent me. He said he's going to use this on his channel. He said, positive. It's like this little girl, and she's like, only positive thoughts. Only positive thoughts.
That's a good thing, though.
That's so he says that all the time. He's like, positive thoughts. Because we're trying to work on his like cyclical vomiting thing, and
I got you.
Energy and all that.
Control it.
Like, positive thoughts, only positive thoughts. And I get accused of hustling the hopium, but my excitement in this, and Johnny and I talked about it yesterday. He said, some people say, oh, you're doom and gloom and you're whatever. And it's like, you're not hearing what I'm saying. I'm saying we're being freed from the slavery system that we have been under, that we weren't even aware of for all these years. Like, people are waking up. you're seeing the ugly stuff and it seems horrible, but it's always been happening. It's just that we're finally seeing it. And when you see it, you can stop it.
Yep.
Like
Vampires have been vampiring for centuries. And now we're starting to see it and realize it and like, whoa.
and call them out.
No,
Put the
no
light
more of
on
this.
it. Put the mirror up to it, right?
Put the light on the vampire. What happens?
Yeah.
Poof. I'll be right back. I got to get a reload. I'm going to grab a couple beers.
Oh Lord, he's gonna leave me here alone. Good to see you guys all in the chat. Light Shadow, Phil C, Mark Weems, Flava Flav, Satoshi Sean. Oh, I missed you this week. I'm sorry. I have been recovering from this cold, and I have had like an earache and a sore throat, and not feeling good. And JB Rance is here too. The Rand, my little. I will send you a picture or a little video of this. I hope I don't choke to death because I'm just not a smoker.
Just one puff.
But you don't actually like put it in your lungs, hold it in your mouth and spit it out.
No, well, here, right here.
We have to do this at the night where we're all going to be around the bonfire because my hair will smell so bad.
You're going to smell like smoke anyway around a bonfire. So
I'd rather do one night of all smoke.
I got you.
And then not have other nights of smoke.
Didn't inhale. Bill Clinton.
Me and Bill. Oh, God. I saw the funniest video of
Oval Office.
Bill checking Ivanka out.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that one?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he's like, he's such a pervert.
He's like.
And Hillary's standing in front of him and she's like,
death.
She doesn't care. She likes girls anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's
her
like.
And Uma have been a thing for the longest time.
Not Uma Thurman.
Uma
Abedin.
Whatever, her girlfriend. Wiener's wife.
Yeah. Carlos Danger.
Whatever.
Remember that Carlos Danger? That's his little name when he was. Oh, come on, man.
That's his
Carlos
name.
Danger.
What?
That was his name when he was like in the chat rooms, trying to chat with women. Carlos Danger.
Oh, come on.
That was his handle. No, I swear. Go look it up. Carlos Danger.
Oh, he's so disgusting.
Oh, isn't he? He's just like, ugh, man.
Yeah.
And yet they still put him on little panels and talk shows. I saw him on a talk show a few weeks back, and I'm like, well, you're still defending the establishment? Like, who is this guy?
How is that a thing? Okay, here's the other thing. There are these Hollywood people that are dropping like flies in some of the most...
You don't even see them anymore.
Unfortunate ways. You don't see them. You see holograms of them, I think. But they're telling stories about them. I don't know what Bill Willis did in his life to deserve...
Oh, Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Bill Willis. I'm like...
I don't even know who Bill Willis is. Bruce Willis. Hold on. I need
back it up. Yeah, hang on.
Hold on. Okay. Not Bill Willis. Bruce Willis. I think Bill Willis was a vet.
Not Mel Tillis, but
I apologize.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. They said he has dementia really bad, and that but he's continuing to like go out there and do deals and whatever. There was this horrible movie on with Bruce Willis and ponytail.
Danny Aiello?
No. John Travolta.
Oh, okay.
And it is this B-rated acting. They're in it very little. Like, I'm sure it's just like
cameos almost. It's showing up.
Well, I'm sure it's like AI. They're AI. And that's what. So when Trump signed that one executive order, if you're caught doing horrible things,
you lose all your stuff.
To humans, you lose all your stuff, including your IP. Which
would be like your mind, your everything that you are.
Your identity, your voice.
Yeah.
You
don't have the opportunity to profit.
I started having a conversation about this one day, and he's like, what if somebody took your image? And I said, well, then that gets into the Constitution because that's my intellectual property is my voice, my image, my persona. And so then he goes into this acting thing.
And what are they all fighting about right now out in Hollywood? Why are they striking?
Yep. I'm telling you, it's a thing. This is about identity, guys. This is about, and it's going to play into or roll into, which I know I think everything's a calm, but everything is a calm. So just get over it and come along with me. But identity is our IP, and we have constitutional rights to our IP, our identity. And
That's your pursuit of happiness, right?
it is our liberty. It's the way we
Right.
move around. It's our pursuit of happiness. It's our, intention, ideas, whatever.
Yeah.
And so, we had this whole conversation about it. I think it's on the Very Dow channel.
It's somewhere out there.
Now I have a song in my head.
Somewhere out
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
Is
Don't
that
do
it?
that to me. Yep.
See?
Don't
I'm
do
right
that.
there. I'm right there with you.
Yeah. If you guys didn't know, Westwood and I are actually twins.
Yeah. I said that. When we first went to Blanco, there was somebody we met there that I was in like a Telegram group with beforehand. And then after the fact, I said, "Oh, yeah, that's my sister." And he's like, "Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah, I see the similarities." And he actually had him going for a while.
That's
And then
so funny.
and then later on, a couple of years later, he came to the Dallas meetup because he's from
But
Texas.
I do. Your daughter.
And he's like, "You
does
said
look
you were
like
brother
me.
and sister." And I'm like, kind of.
Yeah, your daughter does look like me.
You never know. Weird. Woo-woo. We're in the woo-woo, right?
Yeah.
We're in the over-woo.
Well, actually, I'm trying to think if I look more like your mom or your dad. I don't even know. I hope I look like your mom. No offense, Pops.
I don't know.
But Kathy's beautiful. Yes. And
Out scurrying around.
out scurrying around. Yeah, she's busy all the time.
I've got a 20 mile. I laughed earlier. I made a comment, in the chat. Hey, 20 miles is like the farthest I'll go now. I don't go any further than 20 miles.
20
And Paulie's like, Walmart's 21 miles. I'm like, I don't go to Walmart though. And my mom, she's like, maybe about 20 feet from the house.
Yes, I like
She might
that.
go 2 miles. That's about it. That's a stretch though.
That's good.
I mean, you get to a point and you're like, I'm just disconnecting from all this. I have my own reality and I'm going to live it. And that's just how it's going to be.
I feel the same way. And that's what, oh God, I was having this conversation with baby Papa Joe. He called or texted me the other day and kind of checked in, and I hadn't talked to him in a while. It was great to talk to him. And he's like, oh, people think this is end times, but I don't think it is, because he's done a lot of biblical study kind of stuff. And I said, well, I kind of like, there's a lot of signs there. I mean,
fire ring in the sky.
There's a lot of things there. I mean, I said, but perception is reality.
Yes.
Like
we manifest reality. We recreate it. Like Cliff says, you create it all the time. You're creating reality.
If you think you're in chaos, you are.
Yeah. If
you can also shake it off and close the door and shut all the windows and turn on the music real loud, and you're having a party and everything's wonderful.
Right. You don't have a clue what's going on in Israel. You'll ask people right now, oh my gosh, did you see what's happening over there in the Middle East and Israel? I'm like, what are you talking about?
I watched a video that told me something.
Yeah. It's like, oh, the news says it, the lead story. This is how I'm supposed to think.
I don't know what's happening there.
But if you don't watch the news, you're like, I don't know. I just got home from work. I mean, I just dealt with some people and I came home and I have no idea what you're talking about, because it's not part of your reality.
Yep. What I know is I have a Magador blanket and my Tito's and my husband making me dinner and my best friend with me chatting it up. So that's what I know. That's my reality.
Right. Happy hour is my reality right now.
Yes.
And that's just how it is. Bada bing.
Should we drink again?
Yes, do it.
You're gonna drink.
Drink? Woo! Woo! I
I feel
feel good.
good. I love that. I just think it's so funny.
No. Knew that you would now.
I'm probably driving everyone nuts with that, but I thought it was hilarious.
No, that's a good point. You create your own reality, because it's like holding the door open for somebody. That changes her reality and her mindset. Who knows what was going through her head walking in there. She probably had, I got to do this. I got to do this. Oh, you held the door. Oh, he kind of disrupted, what I thought was going to happen. And it's like, oh, put me on a new path. And she's like, oh, and she got into the mode where I want to help him, and it's just, you totally change some of the mindset. And it's all about mindset change, what you want the world to be, how you want to recreate things, how you want to envision things and manifest things, because ultimately, and this is what we got to understand, we are the energy source. We are the power. These vampires just want our power, and they're trying to deceive us to take the power because they don't have any power, because they're vampires. They're walking dead corpses, and they don't have any energy, so they have to steal it from us. So it's up to us to say, what do we want to make this world look like? Do we want to make it look like a war zone? No. Do we want to make it look like, be happiness, heaven on earth? Then we can do that. It's really up to us. We are the batteries. We are the energy source. We are everything. And in their eyes, we're the food source. Well, don't be the food. Don't give it to them. Exit the vampire casino. Walk out. Don't play the game anymore. And once you do that, I mean, you might think, oh, yeah, whatever. Oh, that's just bull. You can't. But once you have that mindset and you do that, I mean, you just you create your own reality, and then all of that all kind of falls away because it's just nothing but weakness. All that is just weakness, projected power. The cardboard cutout, Western movie town, paper bull, paper tiger, whatever you want to call it. It's all a front. That's all it is, a front.
I've been seeing all these tiger shirts lately. All the comms. I know that annoys the crap out of you.
No, it doesn't. It's just that girls
not
got
everything
limitations.
But sometimes most things are.
It could be a leaking comm. It could be a comm, like Cliff. You got something leaking out of you that you don't know about too. I mean, it could be that.
Lord,
I thought about that.
Nothing ever leaks out of me that I don't know about. That seems very unladylike.
Maybe we should have a drink.
Maybe you should have a drink. That seems unladylike.
You're gonna drink.
Drink? Woo! Woo! I feel good.
I mean, when she hits the high note, I feel good.
Good. I know
I
she's
feel
adorable. It's so cute.
No, that's why I say trust yourself, because that's the only thing you can really, at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, throughout the day. I mean, that's the one thing you know it, and then realize, okay, we got all these wars of religion. We got all these, people whipped up into a frenzy, whipped up into emotion because
all the
somebody
virtue
said
signaling.
that this is what we need to do.
All the virtue signaling. People are like, wait, I want to say the right thing. I want to be on the right side. So this goes back to
I'm on the right side. It's right here. It's the inside. It's Westwood inside.
Look. So one of the most wonderful things that I learned, I don't know where that book is. It might be out in the living room. I have like this big bookshelf in front of me. My
Road
office.
to hell is paved with
I was looking for the book.
unknowing placed.
No. The Framework of Understanding Poverty by
Yeah, you talk about that.
I talk about this book all the time, and really the whole book is like dialed down into this one chart, which I have friends that love what are those called, spreadsheets or whatever. I don't understand you. We live on different it's
those
like
accountants.
Mars thing, but this is the one spreadsheet that I do. It does make so much sense to me, and just makes so much sense. And it talks about like classes or culture, poverty culture, middle class culture, wealthy culture, and what they value. And this is how the science, when you were talking about, they have these think tanks, they understand how to control people. I can't remember the guy's name. I feel like it's like Hershey, or there's some scientist that came out. Ben told me about him, and they understood that he understood how to control people through this middle class. What does middle class value? Well, they want to be part of something bigger than themselves. This is why
in the middle,
the Big
middle
12,
child.
We're the national champs. These people never went to that college, but there's a national champ hat for sale at every 7-Eleven in the whole damn state.
I want to identify with it.
Proudly.
That's why every time somebody wins the Super Bowl or is the NCAA college football champion, you see everybody wanting to buy that hat, buy that jersey.
Because they want to be a part of something bigger than
Kansas
themselves.
City Swiftie. Taylor Swift. I want to be a Kansas City Chiefs fan now. Yeah. And it's like, I want to identify with something bigger than me. Bigger than I, really, but bigger than me.
We are actually Happy Hour, and everyone in the chat is actually Happy Hour.
Yes, we are Happy Hour.
The Happy Hour, and that we are actually a community. There's a difference in actually being a community and being part of something that's active, and then just like, oh, I bought the hat and never went to the college.
I bought the hat.
Yeah. And what's the saying?
So all I got from
Been
the
there,
vacation
done that,
was, you know,
bought
they
the
brought me a
shirt.
shirt and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's the whole middle class.
I lived
mindset.
life and the only thing I got was the hat, but I bought it with my
But
own money
that's
that I
where
worked
these
for.
mega churches spun up, was they
Mhm.
started manipulating the middle class in that, oh, you're going to get saved if you're part of the club.
And gangs, you look at the lowest level of it, gangs, you know, people that are in poverty, that have no hope, they join a gang and they're like, well, I'm part of something bigger. You know, I can identify with something. I have community, that even though it's kind of artificial, it really is.
Well, that's for safety a lot of times, or that is
Yeah, and it can be, but
family,
it's just
community, a sock.
being a part of something that's
That's
you know,
not always a
greater than
negative
you.
thing.
Nothing's greater than you. That's what it comes down to. You as an individual are the most important thing, and you create your own world, your own universe. You don't need to be part of a club and follow rules. I mean,
but that's how the manipulation happens.
and
Is
giving
that
up you.
the things that we value is how they manipulate us.
Absolutely.
And so if you only listen to Westwood and trust yourself,
Yep.
stop looking to outside people for validation.
Quit
you know,
doubting yourself.
where's the link? Where's the, you know, validation, the group validation, the herd mentality, all of that. If you trust yourself, that is the thing they can't take away from you.
Right.
Because one of the most powerful things I heard, and I just heard another talk about couples, and they were like, you know, when you see these strong couples, it's because publicly they're united. They might have problems behind the scenes, but you never talk about that, because together, publicly, you're united. And that's when people are like, dang, I would never mess with Lisa because Charlie might kill you, you know, or vice versa, you know, whatever. Because
I'd be worried the other
I'm
direction.
the mean one, you know. Yeah, but
I've seen the target on the entryway.
yeah, the dogs destroy that. But yes, I'm the dangerous one. But but if you think about like the individual as an individual, that's how they can't control us. If we take our power back as individuals and say, you know what, you're not. And you know what, the Brunson brothers talked about this today. I shared it on Twitter. I think I shared it in the Telegram group. It says 0 views, but like thousands of people have retweeted it. It's a Lara Logan. It's
Lara.
not Laura. It's
Lara.
Lara, like my
Lara.
sister's name from Dr.
Yep.
Zhivago.
Yep.
Lara Logan. I love her. She's amazing. She does this interview with Brunson brothers, and 2 of them are not married and have no children. And they're like, you know what? We're able to do this and fight this fight. And they're actually like suing Supreme Court justices for taking unconstitutional acts. And they said, we're the only ones that can do this because we have nothing to lose.
Yep.
Because we don't have children that you could threaten to harm.
No, you can't manipulate us.
Manipulate us because we only have ourselves and we know who we are. And I thought, man,
Trust yourself.
that's an incredible. And their brother was crying, and he's like, this is what these guys have sacrificed so much to do this, because it's the right thing, because it's, you know, for the country, for the truth. It was just, yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. Once you understand the truth, and once you see the truth and you see that clarity, it's like seeing that burning bush. You know, it's like seeing the reality, and it burns you. It affects you to a certain extent to where, you know, you grow gray hair, you know, whatever it is, you come down from Mount Sinai, you know, to use an analogy from the Bible. But it's just, you've changed. You've seen it, and nothing else matters anymore. I've been to the top of the mountain, that kind of thing. And nothing else matters. It really doesn't matter, because you realize, you know, what else am I here for? Am I here to serve a system? Am I here to make sure the government gets their tax money? Am I here to make sure that, you know, this person, you know, it's just, no. It comes down to the individual level, and that's the most important thing about America and how it was formed. It's based on individual rights and protecting the individual rights. It's better that 10 guilty men go free than 1 innocent man get locked up. And I mean, and that's really what it comes down to. And it's
because
so
God
important.
will deal with them.
Exactly.
or the
because that's
universe,
all
whatever you want to
temporary.
call it. Yeah.
All temporary, all of it.
Yes.
And that's why none of this crap matters. And you worry about all these little stupid things, and really, just stop. Just stop. Live the life. Live the person. Be the person you're born to be. You know who it is, and don't be desperate. Live that life of quiet desperation where you don't say anything and you don't just flower and be who you are, and just who cares what the consequences are. You know your truth, and you say your truth, and quit letting people manipulate you, and quit looking to somebody to tell you what the truth is. You know the truth because you are the truth.
Yes, and I would
You know
rather like stand in truth and be able to sleep at night and know, whatever. I mean, we're watching, like we're seeing like your provision, and this was my lesson or part of my lesson in my divorce was like God kept showing up for me. The universe, God kept showing up for me. All that he is, or I can't remember how warrior.
All that is.
All that is.
All that is.
Whatever we want to call it, God, the thing, our provider. God is my provider, my protector, over and over and over. And that is the truth that keeps happening.
And you know it inside.
It was never provided by some person or a US dollar or even a piece of metal.
Right.
That
exactly.
might be what God chooses. But
it might be the best option we have here on earth, but ultimately it comes down to
this is not what I put my faith in or my trust. It's in what I know to be true. Yeah. Yes. All the things.
Yeah. Burns up, catches on fire.
Put that on the burn.
When your soul's on fire, ain't nothing can stop it. Just the walking inferno burns up all of it.
That's right. Man, yeah, I'd rather stand in truth and trust that I mean, I know it's so funny because my mom would say like, you're like a cat with 9 lives. Like, I don't know how you keep landing on your feet. When I was a kid, and in my late teens, early 20s, I would just take a risk and I would do what I thought was right. And somehow I would land on my feet and get a job and find a place to live and, have the next opportunity come. But I was also willing to work hard and tell the truth and do the right thing. And so as long as you're willing to do all those things, I think that the universe keeps,
Hey, but if you listen to
the cup fills over, right? Your cup is supposed to be running over. If you are just want your cup to be filled up so you can run off with it, most likely you're going to run out of whatever's in your cup. But if you're just standing there being part of the ecosystem, Reggie had a great, which I'm hoping I'm going to at least cut some of the pieces out of. We weren't able to post all of it because we got into some stuff that we probably shouldn't have, but we're going to cut some pieces out of it. And he was able to complete this whole thought about money and do people really want to be wealthy? Because the people that are wealthy, the winners, then there's a loser kind of thing.
Yeah, every market there's a winner and a loser. So price go up. Well, somebody's buying it at that high price, and they're probably going to lose. So
then he got back around to talking about like this ecosystem. And if you think about the Earth, is the perfect ecosystem. I remember being a little girl and doing the drawing the thing where like, okay, there's a lake over here, and then the humidity rises, a cloud forms, it moves over, it bumps into a mountain, and then because of the density and the altitude and whatever, it becomes dense, and it rains, and the water comes down and fills up the lake again. And we are in this perfect ecosystem of the Earth. And if there's too much, something bad, the chemistry's off, fungus will come in and
it will correct itself.
Whatever, corrupt it. If it's too dry, it'll all die because there's not enough life in there, whatever. But when you remember those little ecosphere things like from
a
the
biosphere,
70s?
you can still buy them, like a self-contained ecosystem.
Yeah.
And they got the little brine shrimp floating around in there, look like sea monkeys almost.
I don't want to know if there's bugs in it, but
no, I mean they all survive though, because it's all regenerates itself. It's a
Yeah.
perfect ecosystem. It's like a microcosm of the earth.
Yes.
And then what do the vampires do? They want to disrupt it. And it's like, well, there's
So
too much
that is-
CO2.
That's
Wait a
how
minute. The trees
money
need that.
should be. But we really don't need money. That
They're
is
producing.
energy. That's
Mm.
all energy because energy can never be created or destroyed.
False energy, though.
No. The ecosystem, though,
Right.
is
That's true energy.
energy is true energy because energy can never be created or destroyed. Money was entered in, the fiat, the dirty little paper thing,
The vampire casino. The vampires had to have some
the
way to control us.
derivatives, the fake, the dirty little fungus
Mhm.
was entered in and threw off the pH of the ecosystem and created the slavery system and broke this perfect world of energy exchange
Of harmony.
of harmony.
They want to disrupt it. And that's all they do. They're disruptors. They're aliens to this world. They're vampires. They're not human beings. They're not real. And so they have to interject and control and manipulate and try and spread toxins. And, you know, all these bills that I just dropped are toxins and they want to pollute it. You know, and that's what they do. Pollute it. Oh, yeah, they love it because that's what they do. Vampire's going to vampire. That's what they do. And so realize that. And once you realize that, you're like, oh, I'm not going to play this game. Just like when you go to Vegas. You go into the casino and, oh my gosh, you know, all the lights and everything. I only, you know, you've been in the casinos. I remember when I went to the Litecoin Summit in 2019 with you. We're like, okay, it's time to go. It's late. How do we get out of here? I have no idea.
We don't
You
know.
don't know where the exits are.
You don't know
It's
which
like,
way is up.
You're
You can't tell
going
which
here,
way is
you're going there.
north.
There's no clocks.
Yeah.
There's no windows. There's nothing. And it's just like they want you just walking around and
Yeah,
keep
lost.
playing, keep
They
playing,
want you
keep
to be
playing.
lost.
Yeah, they want to keep feed me, you know, and that's what they do. And so once you walk out, you're like, you know, and you walk away from it, and then you realize, okay, that was all artificial. What the heck? Where was I? That's what we're in. We're in this controlled vampire matrix. That's all it is. It's just an illusion.
But we're
Walk out.
leaving it. People
A
are
lot of
waking
people
up.
are leaving
Vincent
it.
Kennedy said people are waking up.
Yep.
And I said, from your tweet to God's ears, like, I really do believe I'm having more and more people ask me questions. I'm learning more and more. I really think that it feels like a trapeze, like we're letting go of that dirty fiat because we see that it
It
was
ain't
lie
helping us
and
anymore.
that shit's on fire, you know, and we see the new handle is not a new form of money. That's where I think the lie is. They want us to think it's a new form of money so that we keep just jumping around.
Yeah,
in a
keep
circle.
playing by a
Keep
certain
playing
set of
there.
rules that we can kind of control and manipulate. And it's like,
We don't
are the
own
money.
it.
We are the energy. I mean, you know,
We
the
are
money means nothing if we don't give it power. And so when you realize, okay, we have all the power, why do we need the money? Why do we need any money at that point? Because, hey, you need some help? Okay, I'll help you. Okay, I need some help. Okay, I'll help you.
Right.
And it's like, there's no money transfer. It's just an energy transfer. It's like, I need this, you need that, and we make it work. We make it happen. Hey,
Yeah,
you're hungry? Hey, come take stuff out of the 750 Theta fridge that I bought. I'm not underwater on that anymore right now.
All right. It's all right.
You know,
Yeah. It's all going to make sense in the end. And that's what Bix really helped me see that when he pushed me, when he was here and we had that conversation. And I love somebody that will have a hard conversation, will sit with me, that a friend that we can do
just
this.
be honest and let it go.
Yeah, but with respect, but
Yeah.
disagree or have a conversation where I can push a little bit and say, like, I just have these questions. And so, like, can I push? And Bix will let me push on him and have these questions. And so he's like, keep going. You know, like, I was almost there. And he's like, well, what about this? What about that? And he let me keep pushing on him. And if we are the energy, if we are the free energy, because we're recreating 22 trillion times per second, like Uncle Cliff says, and we are creating because we're made in the image of our creator, and God is part of us and with us. And Dr. Reg shows us if you guys watch my Dr. Reg videos, he literally shows you the little picture on the in the cell membrane thing that has like the Jewish symbol of God in the cell, in every cell of our body.
Then you
Like
start looking at DNA and what that really means, and what
yeah,
the significance of that is.
God
And
is in us, like literally. Yeah.
we are
And,
like everything,
yeah,
everywhere,
and then
all the time.
right. And so what are we exchanging
Inside.
then? We're exchanging our IP.
Yeah.
Our energy. But it is my property because I created it. It's either a thought of mine, it's my energy, it's an exchange of my energy. So anyway.
Yeah, like Warrior just said, what did he say? Meat suit. Yeah, or Light Shadow said, we are spirit in a meat suit. Yeah. I mean, we're an avatar. I mean, we're just controlling, just think about it as a game. We're here playing a game. Our spirits came down and said, okay, I'm going to inhabit this thing. Like, whoa, I used to be free. Now I'm in this thing that's like controlled. I got to learn how to use it. And so use it to the best of your ability while you're here, playing this game in this movie. But realize that, inside of you, and that's why you got to trust yourself. That's why you got to understand who you are and why you're here, what you came for, what you're about, where you're going, and what you're a part of. I mean, it's just like, this is all just, it's a game. I mean, it really is. And we just have to, we got to quit sweating the small stuff, and quit letting people try to manipulate us. It's hard to explain. It's, you get all philosophical and all these things, but that's why I boil it down to, you got vampires, trust yourself. You don't have to worry about the vampires.
That's right.
Exit. Because that's all they are. Look at them. Shells. Shells of people.
Get out and have
empty
drink.
Shell. Yes.
On your way out.
Drink? Woo! Woo! I feel good.
There's a reason why they call drinks spirits.
Oh, Lord, that little girl is too much for me. I wonder who she is.
I know. It's you.
Oh, come on.
A long time ago.
Come on.
Current events. Right. Since you don't have any current events, you want to wrap
go
this
ahead,
up? Let's run through them real quick. You got to go.
Blast.
You got to blast out of here.
Macron shut down France.
We talked about Litecoin. Talked about solar eclipse, the Ring of Fire. Hey, I don't even. That's not even my reality. Not even going to talk about that right now. Hey, we saw a
talked about Reggie's good news. Yeah.
We saw a comm about Trump, and he said on Truth Social, he talked about the attack, ATT space ACK. Cliff High likes to use ACK. He used to use that all the time. And Trump, in one of his tweets on the 9th of October, talked about ATT ACK. As far as, that might be something coming up, an ATT, AT&T, that might be something, as far as shutdowns, as far as, fake manipulation of data,
solar
networks, who knows? And that's why it's important. And, we talk about, sound money. Well, sound money is sound money, as long as it works, ultimately.
And vintage diesel cars.
Yeah, vintage diesel cars are very good, things outside the system. I don't know. It's just, it's very simple. And if you break free from all that stuff, if you look at, Litecoin's awesome. Love it. It's sound money for the digital age. Silver's awesome. It's, you can use it and it stores energy. But ultimately, if you have none of that stuff, what matters? What matters?
Feeding your family, protecting your family.
Right. And that's what you got to focus on first. Hey, I need food, water, and shelter. And then I need community because, there may be, people coming over the horizon, hordes of people that want to take what I have. And so you need to have a strong community to perpetuate who you are, your spirit, in this avatar, to continue going forward, to spread the goodness. Because there are bad people out there. They just are. And I think most bad people, it's just because they don't understand, they haven't come to grips with who they are. And, we have to try to awaken those people. But get those things that you need, have them in your possession, because you might think you have them, but you don't have them. If you can't use it right now in a moment's notice, in a second, in 5 seconds, and grab it, use it, then you don't have it, and then it's not useful. So you might think, it doesn't matter. I live in a gated community. I got this, I got that. Well, if nobody's paying them with the fake money, if nobody's paying, the guards with the fiat money, if the electricity doesn't work, those gates don't protect you anymore. The lights aren't on. None of the stuff works. And it's just, have what you need, have those people around you that you trust, and what do you have to worry about? And ultimately, it comes down to who you are. What are you here for?
And stop giving the vampires energy. Stop.
You're the energy source.
Giving
Why are you feeding them?
Things that don't matter in your life energy. Yeah. Ignore that stuff. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
All right.
I got to roll. My stomach's growling. I haven't eaten all day. I gotta have a
Boy,
drink.
you're looking lovely. I'll tell
Oh.
you, that sickness from Vegas,
Lord.
hell of a diet.
Heck of a diet. We're getting there. All right.
Leave it on
So,
this note.
everybody, cheers. Love to you all. And happy birthday to me next week.
You're gonna drink.
Drink. Woo. Woo. I feel good.
All right. Bye, guys. Love you all.